In today's video, we're going to talk about the new arrival from Logitech, and we have here the G413 SE and the G413 SE TKL version. So we have two new keyboards in their portfolio which look like more, I would say, advanced models from the original G413. And the thing is, first of all, and the most important thing, you won't have problems with your thumb when pressing the space and leaving it on the edge of the casing, so you won't cut yourself, for instance, like some of you reported on the older model. So they did a fine edge here, but that's completely unimportant, honestly. Now let's talk about some specifications. We have full-size keyboard and TKL. We have brown switches which have actuation distance at 1.5 millimeter and full key travel up to 2.7 millimeters. These are brown switches with 50 grams of actuation force needed to press them. Now, I did some digging, and these are Longhua switches which come from Kylie, and we can expect up to 50 million clicks lifespan, so that's quite alright. And I'm quite impressed with overall technical specifications of the switches, giving some, let's say, refreshed design of the switches when it comes to Logitech keyboards. Now, another thing that is definitely an advantage are the PBT keycaps. Finally, they lost the ABS plastic on their keycaps, and we have higher quality, non-stain, long durability, and, well, basically the final finish of the PBT keycaps is really shown just with the matte finish, and it has longer lifespan without a doubt. It doesn't wear out, you don't have any issues with losing numbers or letters or whatever, and they're quite nice. Now, when we're talking about in general the keyboards, as already stated, we have the PBT keycaps, we have robust body design and minimal flex with the brushed aluminium magnesium alloy top case, which in the past model as well gave us quite nice and solid construction, and here they continue with it as well. With the black finish and brushed aluminium, really looks perfect, and with the white LED backlight it does quite nice. Now, you have on the full-size keyboard, compared to the TKL, you have 3 indication lights, numlock, caps lock and screw lock, while on the TKL version we have only caps lock and screw lock. Logical, because you don't have the numerical pad, and that's the only difference, visible currently difference from the TKL and the full-size keyboard. Now, when we're talking about some multifunctional keys, we have the FN button and all the Fs at the top that can be used as a multifunction. From the F1 to F2 you have the possibility to adjust the brightness of the backlight, then you have the F3 for search, F4 for calculator, then from F5 to F8 you have multimedia buttons, F9 is mute, F10 and F11 is to adjust the volume, and then with the F12 you can adjust the modes of the white LED, so it can go crazy with some different modes and you can adjust anything as you wish. It's quite alright. Now, when we're talking about the design in general, we have, as already stated, PBT keycaps and brushed aluminium casing, which gives more stability and durability. Then on the far right side you have silver Logitech G logo that also gives you, well, nothing in particular except for the design, and I would say that's about it from the top side. The keyboard has 6-key rollover anti-ghosting performance, which kind of gives you the ability to use multiple keys while gaming without the keyboard or anything breaking down. So there are keyboards that actually have N-key rollovers. This one has 6, and that's about it. Now, when we take a closer look at the bottom from both keyboards, the TKL version has 4 rubber feet even when you place the legs up to get more angle of the keyboard, while the full-size keyboard has 5 and 5 when you push the legs out. Now, these switches, and I'm quite interested in these switches because first of all, they are tactile, they're quite nice when we're talking about the sound. brown switches coming from Kylie, so that we can expect quite nice performance as well. So let's hear them out. The microphone is right here, so you'll have the exact sound noise of the mechanical switch. Quite alright. I would say there's no echoing from the keyboard, and that's basically because of the aluminium top chassis, and keeps the whole keyboard steady, protecting the keyboard from doing any echoes in the chassis, and that's quite alright. Let me just check the TKL version just in case. No, the same thing, so no echoing, and that's quite alright. You have some sort of a clicky mechanical sound, but it's not standard blue switch clicky, and you won't get annoyed by it. When we're talking about typing, it's quite normal, there's nothing to worry about, and these are more eventually designed for gaming, right? So you can expect only using WASD and the other buttons that need for first-person shooters or whatever you intend to use them for. Now, when we're talking about the actual feel of the keycaps, it's quite nice. I mean, PBT, we can't discuss that any more than it's already been discussed, and I would say that advancing the older G413 into these two versions, and I'm quite impressed by Logitech making and producing the TKL version, because first of all, not everybody likes the full size and not everybody likes the TKL. Giving an option for you guys to choose between those two is quite an outstanding option, and giving you more affordable keyboard with nice mechanical switches, high quality PBT keycaps, and after all, it is wired. Unfortunately, it doesn't have detachable cable, so you can't, I mean, you can carry it around, but you can't pack it up nicely. It's always cable dangling from the keyboard, but that's a completely different story. I would say they managed to do something quite nice with quite a cool price tag, and giving you an option to grab a keyboard that has single lighting with couple of modes. You have 12 multifunctional buttons, brushed aluminium magnesium body, which definitely keeps the keyboard in place, and it doesn't have any flex at all. I mean, the TKL doesn't. Let's see this one. Slight, only slight, and that's it. So let's check the stabilizers. I would say that this is it. The space doesn't have any wobble, so basically if you push it on the sides, it automatically starts going down to the actuation point, and when we're talking about shift and enter, it has a slight wobble, but nothing to worry about compared to some other keyboards that actually have significantly larger wobble, and that's basically the point where you need to worry about. The G413 TKL is definitely my preferable choice, because as you already know, I prefer TKL versions. And then we go with the full-size keyboard, which is for those who actually need to use the numerical pad and they find it more accessible compared to the TKL version and writing your numbers at the top. So two choices for two different preferences. It's all up to you to choose. Quite impressed. As already stated, the edge is quite nicely done, so you don't have to worry about that. It does have some sort of a corner, but it's nicely done and designed all together. So all in all, Logitech refreshed the older model, gave us something new, and invested into higher quality keycaps, giving us longevity, durability, and definitely some stability when we're talking about the keys in general. Quite nice sleek design, and the cool thing about it is the white LED actually does fit nicely. I know some of you really prefer RGB in terms of choosing your own color, static color, just to go with your setup, but basically combination with black and white fits perfectly. So guys, I'll place the links below for you to check out the prices for the G413 SE and G413 SE TKL version. So you can check out the prices and all the details if I might have skipped something, but all in all, don't forget to subscribe if you think the channel deserves it. Hit the like button for the keyboards, and of course notification bell if you already subscribed, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content. That's it for today. Hopefully I will see you in another one. Bye bye.